Okay, peace. Solar Haven TV once again back
We're
with
live.
my beloveds.
Yes.
Actually, with a third beloved, actually that wasn't with us throughout the struggle since 3:30, who has joined us to give us his blessing of his presence.
Yes, the trifecta.
So now we have the trifecta offense. The triangle offense is in play, right, Majestic?
No.
Right, no ice.
No triangle offense is in play. I don't use the triangle.
And the coach is Majestic, so we're running the triangle according to Majestic, not according to Phil.
That's
According to the Sheba offense.
That's so funny. It's not. That's funny. Steve offense would not be like a triangle offense.
Then what would it be then, Majestic? You
I
tell
don't
us.
know. It'd be more fluid. Like I don't know, like the Spurs offense, like Greg Popovich's stuff. It'd be more fluid. I don't necessarily. I like it, but it's not. It's not helpful if you don't have any of the right players to use it.
And you
Which
know
sadly
what?
didn't have.
You know what? To top it off, what's your thoughts about Phil Jackson leaving the New York Knicks?
Goodbye.
That's what Sabri says. Goodbye. Well, Majestic, what do you say?
I'd say it was actually about time for them to do that because
Play
he
the
didn't
song
seem
if
like
we
he
were
wanted
able
to be
to. If
there.
we were able to put it in the Google Hangout.
We could, but that I don't want to mess up the gelling of the show.
Yeah, and then everybody start circuit and stuff. Yeah.
So Majestic, it said that possibly Mark Jackson could be taking up the job. What is your thoughts about Mark coming back to New York? He's a native New Yorker too, by the way. He played for St. John.
Blah, F that. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do agree.
Screw Phil, and I'm glad Phil's gone. It's way overdone. It's way overdue. But Mark Jackson coming back, I think that would be a great thing for the Knicks, and also a great thing for the fans. I think the fans love Mark Jackson. I think they respect his basketball knowledge, his IQ. They respect him as a person, and I think that he'll be a perfect fit for the New York Knicks organization as far as discipline. They need discipline, Majid, Sabri. They need discipline. Carmelo's not gonna like it, but too damn bad. If you get Mark Jackson to coach you, too bad. Mark Jackson wants to win, and he's about teaching discipline for the team, and that's something they don't have. They don't have discipline. They don't.
Congratulations to Lala on Power.
Okay, shout. That's a sidebar. Shout out to Lala on Power episode. Okay, on Power episode. Okay,
that's an interesting thing to say. Okay, that's interesting.
But what's so interesting about it, Majestic? Because I know you have some thoughts about it.
Actually, I don't have any thoughts about that.
You're a liar. That's what it is. I'm calling you a liar. So the Haven TV presents Majid, the Majestic.
Is a liar. Sheba is a liar.
It's funny that you actually make that song reference. Honestly, though, I don't have actually really any thoughts for that. I saw it. I was like, okay, and then I said, well, on to other things now.
On to other things, but my thing is though, if your wife Majestic posed in the position that she posed when was showing her body parts to another man, what would your thoughts be?
Yeah, they wouldn't be really. I guess they wouldn't be really.
Is this
like
a Solar Haven episode? Is this
that's what I'm wondering because Blah's asking me these weird questions. Honestly, though, I wouldn't be really too happy about that.
I thought we were supposed to be starting off eco-friendly here.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Silvery. We have. Oh, don't forget.
This is what you call you call that Majestic lying. I call this is King Shifa. I don't know, like beating around the bush kind of.
Oh, this is me.
I don't understand why you're asking me.
What?
I like the first. I think the first two questions were good, but now we're going into talking about power or whatever. We actually want to talk about the eco-friendly stuff. I felt like it's better actually to go into that more so. Yeah, well, that was not meant to be a burn.
Okay, now. Anyway, pursuing now. Pursuing anyway. So, Sabri, what are your thoughts about it? Since Majid doesn't want to give any thoughts. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Thoughts about what?
No. Well, I guess it'll rephrase the question so you can ask it to you again.
Yep. Why? Okay. Would you, as a man, allow your woman to go ahead and pose.
What does it have to do with protecting the environment?
Exactly.
No, it's coming. We're going to do that. This is a
No,
boundary.
but honestly though, we can't spend so long speaking about this other stuff so that we don't get to that, because we really do need to get to that. Because we can say we can go like all over like everything for a
Congratulations to
long period of time. We can go
person
at this
moving
for
on
like
with their
hours. I
life,
kind of want to
and it
get to a
leads us
point
all
still.
into this.
Okay, I'll skip that. Okay, now back into this point I wanted to make too, Majestic. I want to make this point.
You know what, Bilal? We want you to answer the question that you asked.
Sure.
Yeah,
What would you do in that situation?
Sure. I think that this is what I think about it. If I was beloved, and if my beloved is supposed to be my beloved, and is posing all these types of provocative and sexual exploitation and just putting herself out there, bye-bye. See you later, is what I say. You won't see me again. You can stay with your boy. You can stay with your boy on Power and see
again.
And see.
Oh.
Yep. See how long it lasts with your boy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You missed out on a good thing. So I guess this thing that you have here is better than I. So moving right along to the next thing of business.
That's funny. That's an interesting way to put it and to leave it. Okay.
Ooh. Yes, Wolfie Burn. Now, I want to say also we need to express our condolences and our prayers and our thoughts to particular people who have passed away between the last episode, the first episode, 2 weeks ago, and now. Rest in peace to Prodigy, and also rest in peace to Mia Sotis Familia, NYPD cop who was gunned down in cold blood by a person who I think something was not clicking with them at all to actually do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? And we would like to express our condolences to the families of both individuals, and also express that the fact that as far as senseless gun violence, we're not standing for it. It has no place in the community, and it has no place in with us as people.
Man,
we should be able to respect each other and love each other and unite. We should be able to respect and have care and have value. You know what I'm saying, for human life.
I agree with you on that. It definitely does need to be a huge consideration not to do things senselessly, especially against, in a sense, your own people. When you talk about universally, like how everyone actually makes up one community. So yeah.
Sabri, what's your thoughts about that?
That's funny. He's just like he's just says he's just really stone faced, which is actually interesting.
I mean,
looks like he's in a room somewhere making some plans. It's funny.
Making some killer plans, but anyway.
But honestly, I just wanted to do that just for fun. But as we were saying in all of the other previous recordings that if any of you guys tuned on Facebook Live saw, so just wanted to actually continue to extend the message of how much P meant to everybody. For me, I saw him as a person that was just like a really big source of inspiration and a great leader, because he was doing his best by the people that trusted him, that confided in him about, this is whenever we're gonna move out. This is whenever we're gonna just kind of like, keep it for a bit and just chill and stuff like that. These are strategies of war and stuff like that, because everyone is out here and we're all playing this big game about where are we gonna end up in the next 5 years? Where are we gonna go in the next 5 years? What are we gonna do in the next 5 years? And it's like a and you have to kind of be the leader of your squadron, or in terms of your life. You have to lead your emotions. You have to lead your mind. You have to lead your heart. You have to lead your soul. And he was speaking on so many different universal values of self-leadership. I mean, and the thing is that, like, hearing all of that from me throughout the years and stuff like that, that was really therapeutic to be able to witness that. Also, I really like the fact that you know, all of the different tracks that Nas and Cormega and AZ, they were all able to work. You know, that was cool stuff. That was really cool stuff.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that was
I'm
cool
very
stuff.
I'm very
That was really
happy
cool stuff.
that he's actually going on to the next life, because sickle cell, no joke,
No joke.
no joke.
He
Yeah,
was
no, it's not.
there was an interview I was watching with Prodigy on YouTube. Him speaking at MIT, and he was talking about his experiences coming up and when how young they were starting out. Remember, Havoc and Prodigy were young when they first came out. They were like in like 13, 15 years old when they first started recording music. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they started out really young, and you know, they had to go through a lot just to make it where they're at, where they became, to where they matriculated. You know, so where they became this group where a lot of people put them, you know, and placed them in history of music. You know, so especially hip hop, next to people like De La Soul, next to people like Wu-Tang Clan, and etc. As far as groups, next to Eric B and Rakim and other beloveds like that. You know, some who already had music already put out during that time, but these beloveds was just coming up. They were coming up. You know what I'm saying? So Prodigy was in and out between Left Rock City, where he was living, he was born at, to between Queensbridge, where Havoc was born and raised. You know what I'm saying? So there was, you know, going in and out of those places. And the one thing that Prodigy was said in the interview, long story short, as far as when he went to jail for about like 2 or 3 years, about 3 years. And while he was there, he was expressing how he had to change his diet. He had to get food shipped to him.
Yeah.
He had to get vegetables shipped to him instead of getting candy received to him via other people from the outside. He had to get certain types of vegetables that he needed to maintain himself from the pain, because you know.
Yeah, from the sick.
Right, and the one thing too, Majid, that he was saying too, and Sabri, that like workout wise, you know, how you supposed to gauge your pain, how you supposed to gauge your body. You're supposed to learn more about your body when, you know, when things like this happen. And he was saying that during the time we had sickle cell and stuff like that, when, you know, he had pain and stuff like that, you know, his workout ethic was different from me and you. Me and you can work out and get a workout in between 30 and 45 minutes, so maybe an hour tops. He would have to do the same workout for longer, for 2 hours, more repetitions or less repetitions, depending upon the pain in his body. You know what I'm saying? So while in prison, he mastered that. You know what I'm saying? Before, he was doing it before he came in, but he really mastered it. He said while he was in prison during that time, and really, you know, it really stuck to him during that time. Then, of course, after he came out, you know, continuing to practice, you know, healthy eating, and you know, staying and being a good family man to his family, which is another thing that stood out too. You know, as you get older, you know what I'm saying, your mind starts to mature. You know what I'm saying, you start to become, you know, you start seeing things in a different perspective versus when you were younger. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
Growing up, you may have said this and that, may have thought about this and that in this way, or did such things in that way, in such regard. But later on, you see that, oh, I can't do this the same way no more. I gotta do this a different way. Or I can't live this life no more. I gotta switch, turn the knob from AM to FM. You know what I'm saying, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so that was, to me, that's what I got out of Prodigy. You know, and others, you know, they matured along their way. They matured as far as the growth and development is concerned. And, you know, they spoke about through the music as far as what they saw in the environment on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? What they experienced. So that's what I got out of it. And, you know, the mural is it's awesome. Those.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Actually, it was really good.
And it's very good. And this is something that I feel as art, we should preserve art as much as we can. And, you know, not having 5 Points, Majid and Sabri no more, it was kind of like a big loss to the art community. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a major place.
Yeah, first ride on the 7 train, you'd be right there.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember that.
Right, and now and now it's whitewashed completely.
Well, it's
To
actually they actually painted over everything in white actually, and now it's just
yeah,
like a white building, I think.
Whitewash, man.
that's what it is. Whitewash. That's what it is. It's now turned into condominiums. You know, and
Yeah, yeah.
we Queens and just New York City in general lost a
Well,
place where artists used to
yeah.
meet artists from all around the world.
Right.
And
True.
art enthusiasts from all around the world used to come there. And for us not to have that, and then get slapped in the face by beloved saying, "Oh, I want to take down Biggie mural and put up windows and stuff like that so I can rent out
Yeah.
more apartments." I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's just a
Yeah.
slap in the face and disrespect to the artists, to the families of these artists who lost their loved ones, and and the disrespect, on all fronts, man, from the people, from the community. Because look at Hollis. Remember JMSG mural?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They scribbled on that thing, and no one said not a word to that beloved or to any beloveds. Neither did nobody show any care about it until we spoke up about it.
That was something. That was something. That was. It was kind of like. To be honest with you, it's not. It's not. It's nothing to do with younger homes or new generation. This had to do with the fact that like just honestly didn't care too much. I mean, we could already tell about the exploits that we had to get it on the map. But nah, it was tough. So my mic is echo.
Huh?
My mic is echo.
Yeah, I have to fix you, and then I can't see you
Yeah,
either.
Yeah, I don't see Sergeant.
I was about to say I only see
The S.
myself.
That's funny. It's also everything's coming in later.
Yeah, it's a little delay.
Yeah.
But Sabrina, can you speak now?
All right, now we can see Sergeant.
Okay, now so we can see Sajidine. Now, Sajidine, are you still echoing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still echoing. And so am I.
But the weird thing is, I'm not hearing none of these echoes on my end, which is the weirdest thing.
From him.
It's weird. It's almost like I don't know, the actual signal is being like messed with. But I think it's just glitchy.
Okay, so do you still hear echoes, Majid?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that means. Yeah, it does.
Do you still hear echoes, Sabrina?
Yeah.
You hear echo from me too?
No. It's weird because one person doesn't have an echo.
Okay, so what the heck is going on then?
Let me see. I'm just gonna check my Wi-Fi.
Is the echo that bad?
Alright, it's still the same now.
I can hear you, Majid. I can hear you. It's not a problem. It's just that between you and Sabri is this. You keep saying that you're hearing echoes.
Unfortunately.
Which I don't get because. What? What?
I think I'm okay. No, I'm not. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
So I got echoes.
Majid, are you okay? Majid, you froze? What?
Yeah, I don't even hear Majid anymore.
Yo, what the? Subhanallah.
Yeah.
How long?
I want to get a full episode in.
18 minutes. 18 minutes. Can y'all tell me something tonight, Sabrina? Can y'all tell me something tonight? What the heck is going on?
Are we using that line?
Nah, the thing with the Uber Connect, the Uber conference is that it's not what you think, Sabrina.
Okay.
Hold on, let me fix Majid up. Yep, Majid fixes himself up. Can you guys hear me?
She was asking if he could hear us.
No, we were gone actually. Hold on, let me fix him up. Majestic Majid. Can't believe this, Sabrina. Every night? The last recording that we did The first episode went fine. Everything was okay. There was no audio problems like this. Only on the center, Brother Atiba, but Brother Atiba fixed himself up nicely. And I'm like, what does it take? Somebody speak up. Let me hear you, Sabri, one more time. Speak up. Somebody speak up. I can hear you.
Say anything. I'm just here relaxing in the sofa, you know.
I just want to hear your voice to make sure that you sound on your end. On my end, I'm receiving your majestic sound.
I think you come in good, but it's just Majid doesn't.
Sabri, you're fine over there. I'm hearing you well.
Yeah.
You don't have an echo. What is this echo coming from? Maybe you have another.
Oh, the echo is coming from Majid's mic. I can't even see you anymore, Bilal, so.
Can't see me. Can you see me now?
You can't see me.
No. Anymore. I don't really care about you seeing me, Sabri. I just care about do you hear me? You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I don't the part of you the part of singing and believing is over, Sabri.
Huh?
The part of from singing and to believe is over. That part is over. Singing and believing is over.
Over?
Yeah, so
I guess so.
Where are you going? The episode is still recording. We're still live.
I don't feel like we live no more. Tell you the truth.
Oh God.
I said, get a snack and come back, man.
May Allah bless us, man. I mean, just like, come on.
Dang, I don't even know how many episodes this is. I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. I'm just sitting down every time and like, I don't know.
I don't know, Sabri. I'm just talking to you now because I don't understand. We're trying to do these episodes, Sabri. I want to do them. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to just give up, like this.
Oh, I don't think we're giving up, but regrouping does sound like a good idea as far as different ways to give like a webcast. Like maybe we should just be on live stream or something. I don't know.
Live stream? Maybe live stream.
Live stream.
What's that?
Live stream. Asking for another invite, by the way.
What do you mean live stream? You lost me there, Sabri. So you...
like live stream. Way to live stream different people meeting up.
Because this is not good, man. It's killing me right now, bro. Like, this is really killing me right now.
Merch sale.
Yeah.
Is that...
Oh, cool.
Majid, do you hear us, please?
Yeah, I do.
Sabri, do you hear Majid?
$15.
Do you hear? Yes, $15. Yes, but do you hear Majid though?
Yeah.
Is anybody echoing? Is anybody echoing now?
No.
Everybody's good. So $15 for the Biggie shirt that's being held up right now. It's fresh, freshly made.
Yeah.
It's prepared. It's ready to go. This is one of a kind. You can't get this off the block nowhere else. But
nope.
You can message Gritty Destiny email, grittydestiny@gmail.com. Or you can
Instagram, Gritty Destiny.
Instagram
at Gritty Destiny.
All that beautiful stuff. There's no excuse why you can't get it. So now, is everybody clear this tonight? Are we crystal tonight?
Well, now we're clear, actually. My Wi-Fi signal actually went out, and then I lost it. I was actually wanting to see if if I was able to actually, like, do something like turn something on or change something in my settings, and it still is the same. Just now there's no
echo. You hear echo?
No.
Mitch Sabri, do you hear a double echo right now? Say it. No or yes? Okay. Do you hear me echoing?
No.
Okay. Let's carry on. That's it. That's it. We're carrying on. Freak that. Give it down about that no more. Where was I?
But you're going in and out.
Oh, looks like he died.
What do you mean I'm in and out, Sabri? I'm here. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, you are coming in and out, actually, though.
How?
It's this weird thing. It's like you're in, and then you're out, and then you're back in.
What do you mean, in and out? Sound or video?
It sounds like it's more so the video, but... Oh, well, it says Gene now looks like he's dead.
Majid, you don't know where we've been, what we've been through.
Keep alive. in the Solar Haven sun.
Do you see me now?
I said yes. I'm talking to a planet.
That's funny. Oh, blah. You know what's funny? My stuff glitched, and now there's a Soul Haven sun over your face.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, but now you're a little
Take a picture
shaky.
of that.
Yeah. All right, now I see you.
But do you hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Sabri, do you hear me? For the last time, do you hear me?
Well, it looks like there's no one there.
Sabri, you got up? You just left us your hoodie? Just to look
Yeah,
at?
all I see is his hoodie. That's weird. I didn't even see him
Oh, this tonight
move.
can't be it tonight. Oh no. Sabri, do you hear me? Yes or no?
Yeah. Why are we doing a sound check right now?
Yeah, that's true. Right. We might as well just go into it because it's still gonna.
Huh?
If
Okay,
there is gonna be
I'm going.
glitch
No.
issues, then if they're just gonna be glitch issues.
There's a lot of technical issues for Solar Haven. I would like to let everybody know that persistency, consistency, and what did I say the other night before? Persistency, consistency, and your patience will be tested.
Yes, I agree with that.
Your patience
Off the rocker right now. I feel like Joe Hogan and somebody at Google. We should have a fatal 4-way match right in the middle of the Google floor.
No, it'd be so funny. You have at Google headquarters. They have a fatal 4-way. Do you want to have a fatal 4-way match at Google headquarters?
Why not?
That'd be epic, though.
So here we are, Solar Haven TV, Indigo Thoughts. Where were we?
This is a very Indigo thought.
Where were we, Sabri? I don't even know where we were in the conversation. We were talking about Prodigy.
I don't even know anymore.
I
don't even know anymore.
Okay. Sabri, where are you going? This is a live recording. Anyway, as Sabri is moving around.
I don't care.
He doesn't care because we are Indigo Thought, Solar Haven TV. This is what we do here, Solar Haven TV. We just get up in the middle of a recording. We go eat a tortilla. We get a taco and we eat it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You guys want to go for tacos?
Anyway, we'll talk about tacos later. But
all right, it's a possibility. I'm just saying anyway, because really odd.
I wanted to discuss the thought, the concept, Majestic, of how you hear the concept.
Okay, boy.
Of this. Okay, so there's several concepts here, right?
Yeah, there is.
One concept here to talk about tonight is climate change. What do you think? What do you think climate change is? Without even going to internet, without Webster Dictionary, forget all that. What do you think climate change is, and do you believe in it?
Okay, well, I actually do think that climate change actually is real. I think that my actually to me the meaning of what climate change is climate change is the effect on the weather, the effect on the environment from different things like air pollution that come from like nuclear waste facilities or other things like that, or the way that companies actually go about removing excess materials that they don't need to use anymore, the way they go about throwing them away and how it affects the environment, to me, is that because everything that a lot of companies have, like raw materials that they don't need or that they're throwing away, it goes into a landfill. And because there's already so much stuff that accumulates, we just continue to add and add to the landfill, which is within the water, and it infects the water, which affects like all the different fish and animals that are actually in the sea and stuff. I think that's whenever it comes down to it, climate change is like the effect of I have to say of like man's like what actually happens in terms of all right, well actually I'll rephrase that. Climate change to me is actually the effect on the weather actually due to the things that a man or a human does to the environment, like from fossil fuels, from gasoline emissions, from cars, from other different things that just cause pollution. Some of the things actually are more controllable, and there just isn't a lot of stuff to actually do to. Well, there isn't a lot of things being done about it. Like for a lot of things, like with climate change, you already know that there's a lot of smoke and a lot of other like toxins and other stuff like that in the atmosphere, and we kind of continue to pump that in there, which has an effect on climate. Because now, whenever we get to fall, it doesn't feel like fall for a long time, which a lot of people probably do notice. It still feels like summer because it's almost as if the seasons and the weather has actually been pushed back because of how much like climate change has happened, how many pollutants and stuff like that we have in the atmosphere. It just pushes everything back. So you may feel it even be colder for longer, which it actually felt like this year, because going into March and April, there were a lot of 50-degree weather days, a lot of 60-degree weather days, and it still was actually quite cold, and it felt like it was winter. So I really see climate change as just being something that's it's something where it's affected by what goes on in the environment. If we're using different things that isn't good for the environment, it actually affects how our weather is and stuff.
Now, you touched on a lot of points, Jade, here, and I would like to add to the points and decipher them too for further conversation. Now, in my honest opinion, to be honest, my honest opinion says that our climate is changing.
Yeah,
and has been changing since the token of time. Since Earth was created, the climate has changed. The climate of the Earth, when it was first created, if you study science, it was suggested that, or has been said that the air wasn't breathable in this climate, that it couldn't support human life because of too much. The level of CO2 was so high that it was not.
Dioxide?
Yes, it would not be able to support human life. It wasn't too after that. I don't know. Don't quote me on centuries, but it wasn't until after that when the atmosphere started to change, and it started to become less carbon dioxide, more mixture of the other things that make up the atmosphere.
I see what you're saying, like oxygen and other things.
Oxygen, other elements that make up our atmosphere. This is said to be the creation. This is to be the creation of Earth. To the creation of Earth, it wasn't stable enough to support human life. But after a certain amount of years or centuries or so, then the Earth's climate started to change. Okay, then you had the Ice Age. I know I'm skipping around this.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I see you're going from one part of history to another. Yeah. The Ice Age actually was an interesting one because I always kind of you're right actually, because it has been changing. I didn't even think about that, because during that time actually there was a period where everything was basically pretty much just frozen, and there was a lot of just ice and very cold weather and stuff.
Yes, and from the Ice Age, of course. When the ice melted, right? That's how land was formed, and other different things, other theories. So Ice Age, Dinosaur Age, prior to that. Don't quote me. Actually. Don't quote me on the order, but I'm saying that.
However, your points are valid, though. I see what you're saying in terms of how basically from the Earth being frozen over time, from it thawing and from it melting down, it actually created a lot of different things.
Right, it went to a warmer climate. Now, look at how after, skipping further, after going in towards the Industrial Revolution. Now I skipped way ahead. Now, during the Industrial Revolution, machinery was, factories, like you mentioned before, was first introduced to the country. A lot of things, inventions were made for industry to develop better methods to create things and stuff like that. So the Industrial Revolution part was symbolic of the factories, was symbolic of the industry, of that industrial side. We had agriculture before then, but now we have this industry being born during this time. And it was during this time, again, the levels of CO2 started to rise because of those factories.
Nah, I don't know about none of that. You better get down. You better lay down. You better lay down. That's right. I hear none of that. I don't want to hear no CO2. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't want to see none of your faces right now. Make all your screens black. Bandana Dan's in the building. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care what none of y'all talking about and stuff like that. This is the Bandana Dan show.
This is not the bandana
Truth right
Dan
now.
show.
But what do you want to talk about, Bandana Dan?
First off, break it down.
Yep.
Break it down. There you go. All right.
So what's your
I want
position?
to talk about the youth right now.
The youth.
Really?
Youth, and I want to talk about the old folks.
Really? Really?
Oh, do you want to
So,
talk about?
you're a
bring up
man
a
in a
point.
bandana and you want to talk about the youth.
You want to talk about the Umi community?
What?
The Umi community.
Really? You're going into the Umi
Near you so I
community.
can shoot you.
Yeah. What's your position,
What?
Bandana Dan?
What?
Bandana Dan. What is your position then on climate change?
I want to ask a question to the youth. I want to ask
Wow.
a question.
That's funny. So Bandana Dan does not care about climate
Real
change.
small.
No, you hear that live.
That real small. How come whenever you real small for you, everybody got love for you. Everybody think that you got a future. How come whenever you get older, everybody got no love for you?
Who said that, Bandana Dan?
The community said it with their actions.
So
We say that we got to structure these children while they're young. What happens whenever they're real old? Does that mean that they can never receive any type of construction? Any type of way of being built back up? Any type of way of being fixed? Being healed? The healing can only happen whenever I'm in my youth. Think about that again. And when I say to all of them, you better get down, you better lay down, you better break it down, break it down, break it down.
I'm not sure how to I'm not sure how to respond to that, Bandana Dan. And Bandana Dan leaves very abruptly, as he came very abruptly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
What do you get out of that state? Was that just mumble rap, or was that mumble truth?
It actually was. There was a lot of truth in what he said. I mean, I wish that he had mentioned what his thoughts were on climate change. He didn't. That was okay. I'd say, what I actually do say is that from what he said, I see that he's really saying, whenever you're younger, it always seems like people seem to support you more versus whenever you're older, people don't seem to support you. Also, it seems like the thing of that whenever you are younger, it's interesting. It's like almost like whatever you do, you can kind of always learn from. You can always correct it. You can always build on what you've learned. And then whenever you get older, it's like, no, we actually don't want to help you to reconstruct yourself or to help yourself to do better and build off of like what you've actually done. That's what I was getting from
No,
Bandana Dan said.
No, I wanna respond to that, to Bandana Dan tonight. I want to give him a response to his statement, and I think Majestic, based upon what you said too, it's a critical piece. I noticed that a lot of times when we're young, our spirits are high, our hopes are high, our dreams are high, our vision is high. We have high vision. Our parents or the elders tell us you can do whatever you want when we're young. But when it comes time to when we reach our young adulthood ages of junior high, high school, and going into if you go to college, your college years or whatever you may have you, then it starts to dwindle. Then it starts to dwindle and dwindle some more. And you know why it dwindles? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because those people. Because some of those people didn't give a damn. No, wait, you don't. Because some of those people didn't give a damn about you from the very beginning anyway. Because if they give a damn about you, you understand what I'm saying? They would have stuck with your dream from infancy, from the ye high to ye high. For when it was a seed, when it was a seed in the earth, they would have been there to water it and do everything for it to help it grow. Now, when the seed has started to to come up and to break Earth. When the sea is breaking Earth, you know, so I'm saying, no, is nowhere to be found to help it continue to grow, continue to prosper. Community life is key.
No, the sun stops shining on the seed.
The what? The sun.
The sun stops shining. Oh, okay, I see. That's interesting. The sun stops shining
The
on
community
the
represents, in a sense, I guess you'd say, the sun.
No, I disagree. No. Absolutely not.
I didn't even hear anything that you said, so I don't know what you're in disagreement with.
I didn't hear what you said, Sajid.
Ooh, I disagree. I disagree with Sajid on the fact that he said the sun is the community, and the community where's the community ran to. You know, so I'm saying, as far as the sun.
Well, okay. Well, I have a very funny point. Actually, I mean, it's almost like whenever. Okay, well, I'll let you speak first. Yet,
But unless you want to challenge me, this would be a three-way. This would be a three-way battle tonight.
I'd say yes. To me, it's almost like whenever you're younger.
Yeah, both of y'all.
The sun is like shining on you, like almost like you're gleaming, and then whenever you get older, then that support and that sunlight isn't really there anymore.
In the hallway. I was just.
So the sun, what? So the sun you're saying has went into the clouds, basically.
Yep.
Basically, the community has decided to run to the clouds and hide behind it.
In some senses, yes. Or it's just, or they just decided to close their clouds up. If you want to put it in that form too.
So you never get wet. Your pockets will never get wet because it makes it that they only rain on the spots that they want to rain on.
Really? That's how it is. That's what you're saying tonight.
I'm saying it's interesting because it's almost like the support is there, yet it's like
far away, but
after a certain point, it seems like people may not actually like what you're doing, so then they say, okay, well, no more sunlight. I'm not gonna have my sun shine on me now.
No more rain.
Yeah.
So then, Bandana Dan didn't stay around long enough to hear these responses, and so with that being said, then what is the solution? Yes, we have identified that the sun has escaped into the clouds, but what is the next stufta? Yep. I like when the beloveds they get on their fronts. They state the piece, but they leave out the beautiful piece. Okay, you state the problem. You go to the root of the problem. Since we want to talk about roots, we want to talk about plants, we want to talk about the weather. Okay, so what is the root cause? What is the root cause of beloveds going there? Okay, so we identify what the root is. Okay, so then what's the next step to get to the I would say the level of ufta that we need to be at?
That's actually a good.
I think he said it. Guys are saying.
I'd actually say
he didn't leave you guys with an open-ended question. He has to give you guys the answer in the question.
No, Bandana.
Whenever you it's like whenever you receive someone who's been mentally poisoned. They always say that within the poison actually lies the antidote.
Okay, so what?
He said something along the lines about the fact that how come consistent, and the point that I think the point is one to make was the point about whenever you see a child, you're committed. So whenever you look at people now, like me, you, Bilal, on Facebook, all that stuff, the people that are watching on social media, you should be seeing people's inner child of what they can still be. Find consistency. A level of consistency that you can give to them, and see what happens. Are able to turn over a new leaf from receiving the same type of admiration, the same type of love, the same type of no judgment whenever they were a child.
I want to slap you.
It's like the people that you see doing wrong now are the same. Are those same children that would be with those badass kids? Still need that tough love and that guidance, and the fact that you're actually around for the long haul and stuff like that. That's what any child wants to know.
That actually is
Asking
a
for you to prove
dynamic,
that to me, not with
I
the
have to say,
toys
sky-breaking
and
point.
everything other that with the unconditional love.
I say that you're right.
I
That is
heard, I
actually a
heard, and I wasn't
really
even.
sky-breaking point to say because, I mean, there's a lot of times where that is the case, and whenever you're younger, a lot of things is almost seen as like cute or nice that you do or adorable, yet you're doing the same things now and it's not being taken the same way.
But but but
The
isn't
reason
it?
well, all I what I actually really see from that is it's more so I think a it's like a almost like a preference and it's also like a culture thing because I have to say that there was a lot of times seeing other kids, not really me or I have to say us in a sense where you know a lot of stuff you're just doing, you're getting in trouble. I don't know, you're being mischievous, you're just doing a lot of stuff. I noticed how everyone took it differently. Their parents took it differently. Even their family members, everyone kind of saw it more so in a very cool and like kind of adorable way. Now it's kind of seen as you know you're bad, you're doing all this bad stuff, and you can kind of see the inner child somewhere within people kind of wondering, okay, so I don't understand what happened. Why am I not finding any support now? Plus, it's like if they do actually want to change and do things actually better or differently, now there isn't that same support that they had whenever they were younger to actually do that. Before it was like you can actually come to a resolution about everything and like what you did. Now it's like you can't really do that. Now it's like you're set in stone as far as whatever it is that you do, when that's not actually really the case. It's more so actually based on perception and also who you ask, because people will tell you different things. A lot of people are more open to hearing things from people than others.
Hmm. You know what? This is I like what's being said by both of you guys, but I think we're missing an integral part to this conversation, a very critical part to the conversation that's not being expressed and or has not been said yet. Okay. Now, as far as this Billy is concerned, the question still remains to be seen as to okay, why hasn't or better yet, why have these beloveds stopped showing you love or support? You know what I'm saying? When you were young to now, why? It has to be a reason or reasons. Can't just be magically I pop up be like, oh no, I love to breathe at 5 years old, and the next thing at 25.
That's not true, and I say that many people on a daily basis, ultimate wild card, a decision that no one would have thought of because they didn't even think of it. They said, certain stock. No one ever. I mean, I never did stocks before, but I think I should just throw all my money into this stock. I'm gonna just do that.
You're right. There has been things sounds like that. Yeah, you're right.
So you're
That's true.
saying people don't have to have. So you're saying people don't have these guys don't have to have a motive to do to a motive.
No.
Behind it.
There's certain things right now, but not like the way that you are as a person. Is there a motive behind your personality?
True.
No.
That is true.
Things or certain nuances that you have within you, sure. Could never say that, oh, my custom personality is such and such because of the motives within me. No. Certain things about your personality, they're just within you. Explanation as to why that is.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
My thing is here, Sajidine, which I'm trying to grasp, is your pasha. I don't see it, Sabri. I don't see it.
My what?
I don't see your pasha. You know, as far as your position is concerned.
Thank you.
Your pasha. I don't feel your pasha. Your Pasha, Sabri? Hello? Your Pasha? I don't feel your Pasha. You hear me
Well,
now?
Bilal, it's just like you using the word Pasha. Nobody else in your family used that word Pasha.
Okay. Okay, so but
There's a motive behind you using Pasha?
I'm asking you, do you hear me, Pasha? Because that's why I keep saying Pasha, Pasha. Because now, let me be clear, extra clear to all the people tonight, that okay, so beloveds don't want to feed your seed no more. Fine. What are we gonna do? Sit here and sulk about beloveds not wanting to help? No, can't do that no more. This yes, the beloveds who it's hard because the beloveds who essentially raised you and gave you the nutrients, gave you the advice, and maybe the same beloveds who changed their motives. Yes.
Yo, Bilal, like, I don't know what's happening right now, but the thing is going from you talking in the future to you saying something that you said, like, in the past. I don't know what the heck's going on. I can hardly hear you.
What are you talking about, Sajidin?
Is MIA, so I'm just as confused as I was in the hallway. I don't know.
Everybody, what's going on
I
tonight?
don't know what you guys are doing anymore.
What do you mean we know what we guys doing tonight? We're trying to have an episode tonight. That's what we're trying to have. We don't know. That's not the answer of that's not the answer of Sabrina. That's not the answer
I
from
can't even
Sabrina.
hear what you guys are even discussing.
Can't. Sabrina, you there? Sabrina, do you hear me now? Sabrina? Yeah. Do you hear me? This is my thing. What's going on over there? Majid, it started again. Apparently, beloveds don't hear what I'm saying.
That's odd. I actually did hear what you said.
Okay, so then what? Sabrina said I have a delay, and I keep on his side that he keeps hearing me what I say in the past, in the present, in the future. I'm like, what the frick are you talking about?
I think actually that it's being caused maybe by some type of delay in the system or some type of glitch. Like, does someone have something else running on like their computer or something like that?
Nah, man.
Or something within your actual connection?
Nah, I restarted my whole computer. I have nothing up. Nothing. Just this. Just the screen. Sabri, do you hear me loud and clear tonight? Peace and love?
He's not saying anything actually.
Sabri is tired of this. And I am too, Majid.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not getting it either.
This time we came into, how many minutes have we been on? We came on to 53 minutes.
Oh man, my stuff. Well, 53
minutes.
Yeah.
So we're at the hour mark.
My stuff just keeps like, now everything's sending. Oh no.
This is terrible. This is a terrible, listen, Sabri, do you want to regroup tonight? We need to regroup.
Can't even see him.
What?
Okay.
We need to regroup.
What happened?
We need to regroup. Get yourself up and let's do this. Sabri said he can't hear me. My audio is this. My audio is that.
I hope that you guys have enjoyed us. That keeps throwing his wrench in the thing. So you know.
Okay.
Keep right now. It's really annoying.
This monkey is the most. This monkey doesn't have power. We should not give power. Nas said, we don't give power to the monkey. Remember, he said, I gave you power.
However, there's a saying that does say, be careful though, because you can't let that one monkey actually ruin the show. Also have to remember that too.
That's right. One monkey can't stop the whole show.
Ken is out to actually stop that monkey.
You said one monkey can't stop the show? Can stop?
Yeah, no, you have to, exactly, like, you have to stop that monkey, because even that one little small measly monkey can stop the show, so you have to stop the monkey.
Okay, so, but we have to identify what the monkey is.
I think we all know what the monkey is.
Y'all about this monkey.
He still can't hear us, Sabri? That's it, we're dying. That's it, broadcast over.
Okay.
Dying.